Okay, so the following Married to Medicine news comes courtesy of TMZ. TMZ writes, and I quote, Dr. Heavenly Kimes, is that her real name? Dr. Heavenly Kimes, a dentist on Bravo's Married to Medicine, tried to drill one of her neighbors with her Bentley, but Kimes says the guy attacked her ride with the hammer. The altercation went down last week in Conyers, Georgia, where Dr. Kimes and Grady Jarrett both live. According to Jarrett, he was stopping traffic in front of his house while a bulldozer unloaded in his driveway. But when he put his hands up, Kimes just kept coming and, quote, tried to run him over. He admits hitting her window in anger as she passed him, but says the good doctor came back for more, attempting to hit him multiple times. Dr. Kimes told cops it went down differently, that she never saw Jarrett in the street and was shocked when he hit her window and cussed at her. She says Jarrett also came at her with a hammer and hit the car. Cops responded but didn't see any damage to her Bentley and couldn't find any unbiased witness to back up Jarrett's version, so no arrests were made, end quote. So here's the deal. Who really knows what happened that day? I have no idea. And I have no idea about her character because I don't watch that show. I mean, I saw little pieces of it, but it looked like something that I would not be interested in, so I decided to sit that one out. I watch a lot of reality TV, but Married to Medicine was definitely one of the shows that was on my list of do not watch shows. I said, now that's some bullshit I don't want to view. No offense, because I know a lot of you may be fans of Married to Medicine. I will be willing to watch an episode or two to really see what it's about, but I mean, I saw some commercials before and I just said, I don't think that I would like this. I mean, you have basically these establishment type black folks acting like fools on TV, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that. I really don't. And not because I think that establishment people are any better than anybody else. I don't hold them to any sort of higher standard. I know they're just like everybody else. They're not infallible or anything like that. It's just, I figure, well, the society that I live in thinks highly of established people. I definitely don't, because I know better. But I said, well, why in the world would I want to watch something where I know I'm going to be disappointed? Because I know how society perceives people. But anyways, this is all my opinion. All I know is this. All of you, now I don't know whether or not this neighbor was a Caucasian person. I just had to say this. Kanye West said in a song, even if you're in a Benz, you're just an N-word in a coupe. You may think that living in a big old mansion with a Bentley sitting in the driveway means you've made it. You're living around a bunch of Caucasian people and whatnot. Say, ooh, I'm one of the Negroes that got something. But just remember this, they still don't like you. And I'm not saying that this was some racist shit that went down. I'm not saying that at all. The only thing I'm saying is this. Just be conscious of the simple fact that there are people out there who don't like you just because. Not because of what you don't have, but just because of who you are. And not because of who you chose to be, but things that are beyond your control. There's all types of bigots out there. And the worst ones are the ones that hate, quote unquote, black people. But remember, I'm not saying that this was a race thing. I'm just saying that there is the potential. Now, her neighbor could have been a quote unquote black person, but there's quote unquote black people who are racist against so-called black people. So there you go. Just something to think about. Anyway, this is all my opinion. Let me know what you think about it all below. Be sure to subscribe to the Meat Magazine YouTube channels. Visit meatmagazine.blogspot.com for more.